Okay. The course is SOC121, Nigerian Social Structure Development. The second semester. The content for week one is definition of concepts, what is sociology, social structure, development, underdevelopment, and objectives of development. Week two, theories of development, and under theories of development, have modernization theory, what is the perspective, and dependency theory. Definition of concept, sociology. Sociology is a study of a human collective called society, especially the effects of shared, immediate, and remote histories of everyday life. The harmonies and conflicts that propel relationship and what people define as meaningful and what is not. Sociology shouldn't be defined only by scientific method, but by tradition of its methodological nature of this subject matter. This methodology must be unavoidably multidisciplinary. This basis of sociology must be located in the task of locating how collectively society lives, succeeds, and social structure. Social structure is defined from the statuses and rules that interact to create stable social relationships. Social structures emerge as socially defined duties, responsibilities, and obligations to create a functional society. In sociological interaction, social structure has been variously defined as one, a network of statuses, two, a set of individual relationships, three, distribution of power between individuals and group. Then it's also described social structure as a key anchorage in the idea of sociology. Social structure. Emil Durkheim described a society dominated by rural face-to-face relationship as being a state of mechanical solidarity. He described those who developed division of labor and integrated because of the dependency created by specialization as being in a state of organic solidarity. Social structure, according to Rickler Bragg, for example, thought of social structure as a relationship of a general and regular kind between people. While SF Nandin suggested rules as the element. Even more generally, social institutions as organized patterns of social behavior are proposed as the elements of social structure by a wide range of societies, particularly functionalists who then define society in terms of functional relations between social institutions. To them, functionalists, certain elements of social structures, social institutions are necessary because they are functional prerequisites. Development. According to Rodney, 1972, development in human society is a many-sided process. At the individual level, it implies to increase skill and capacity, greater freedom and creativity, self-discipline, responsibility, and material well-being. At the group level, it implies an increasing capacity to regulate both internal and external relationships. The term development is sometimes used as an exclusive sense, the justification being that the type of economy itself defines the social features. Underdevelopment. Underdevelopment implies a decrease in skill and capacity to regulate both your internal and external relationships. This involves dependency on the export of raw materials and on manufactured imports because commodities are subject to external price fluctuations. Hence, underdeveloped economies are exposed to inflationary pressures. Underdeveloped societies have characteristics of economic dualism, combining small industrial sectors with large backward sectors and local markets. Objectives of development. One, to increase the availability and widen the distribution of basic life sustaining goods such as food, shelter, health, and protection. Two, to raise levels of living, including high incomes, the provision of more jobs, better education, and greater attention to cultural and human values to enhance material well-being and to generate individual national pride. To expand, that is three, to expand the choices available to individuals and nations in terms of economic and social choices by freeing them from a state of dependence from people and other nations and from ignorance and human misery. Theories of development. Under theories of development, we are looking at modernization theory. And under modernization theory, we have David McLennan, achievement motive, A. Equals and D.H. Smith, becoming model, and W.W. Rostow, 5 stages of the modernization process. This forms the second week of this lecture. These are 2 lectures. David McLennan, his theory is called achievement motive. His major concern was achievement of economic growth. He places emphasis on human values as internal factors for the achievement of economic growth, rather than placing so much emphasis on external factors such as market relations. To him, that lies the basis of human behavior, and that human beings are driven by their motives. He argued that the need for achievement prepares people to achieve. David McLennan, to him, the need for achievement he defines as the desire to do well, not for recognition, but for desires of personal achievement. That this need drives those who are interested for self-actualization. He stated that a society that has high population with a need of achievement easily becomes economically dependent, easily becomes economically independent. To support his claim, he examined the history of various societies that have achieved that have economic base such as Japan, France, Asian Greece. Inkus and D.H. Smith, the second theory under the modernization school, becoming modern. Like Macmillan, they were interested in examining attitudes and motive. They were interested in finding out why some individuals become modern while others are not. While McClellan was interested in primary early socialization experiences, both Inkus and Smith were interested in secondary socialization. The third theory under the modernization school is WW rose through 5 stages of the modernization processes. It is important to note that at this point that while McClellan's idea is a psychological approach, Inkus and Smith as socio-psychological, and Rostow is purely economic. Rostow identified 5 stages of modernization process, and that the society falls into one or all of these. These are the traditional stage, precondition for takeoff, the takeoff stage, the drive towards maturity, the age of mass consumption. Now that takes us to Emmanuel Wallenstein theory, the world system perspective. While modernization theories focus on individual societies, the world system perspective have argued that the only totality that has existed is the world system. That is, there is only one world capitalist system which represents the world system. This is because it is characterized by a dominant orientation towards market trade for the sake of profit. Wallenstein argued that there is an unequal distribution of these products as a result of an unequal geographical stratification of the world into 3 structural elements, which are 1, the field core states. These are characterized by large agricultural manufactured goods. 2, semi-peripheral states. These are characterized by a range of products but not as diversified as the core states. 3, peripheral. These are characterized by narrow products, primarily agricultural products, with scarcely any manufactured product. Majority of the states are found within the third structural element. Dependency theory. It is a new Marxist theory that was developed to explain the world capitalist system. They said that it is only through the analysis of the capitalist system within the world economic system that the features of capitalism, including the unusual economic expansion, development, and underdevelopment societies, can be clearly understood. This dependency takes the form of 1, fixing prices of raw materials. Third world countries produce raw materials for the first world countries. Although the third world countries produce these materials, e.g., that is, granules, soybeans, cocoa, seed, palm kernel, ginger, cotton, rubber, tin, columbine, diamond, etc., etc. They don't fix the prices of their products. The prices are fixed by the first world countries that turn these goods into finished products and resell them to the third world. 2, fixing prices of manufactured goods. The third world countries depend on the first world countries for fixing prices of manufactured goods that are sold to the third world. The first world that are manufacturers of industrial goods have absolute control over what they produce in terms of determining what is produced, how to produce it, the price at which to sell the product. This fixing of prices is always done to the disadvantage of the third world countries. The last form of dependency is dependency on supply of manufactured goods. Third world countries depend on the first world as their only or main source of supply of manufactured goods. The third world countries therefore produce raw materials that they sell to the first world so as to buy manufactured goods in return. Thank you.